What's up, YouTube? 2020 Tantra on Amazon. Info in the description. And you can find me on all forms of social media. And my man Chad, he's hit him up as well if you feel like it. And he also got the Good Life social media app. Anyway, when you breathe, the more you slow the heart rate down and you expand the diaphragm, because the diaphragm is your personal firmament, basically. So as you breathe, diaphragmatic breathing, in the most harmonious, light-filled environment that you can put your body in, because the more harmonious the light is, the more intelligent it is. So when the light is intelligent like that, it fills the void and it reminds us of ourselves. Like I said, all the chakras, all the voids get filled because you're being communicated with on all levels in every echelon of light. So when you exhale, when you inhale and expand the firmament. When you inhale, you're supposed to be expanding your belly when you inhale. So upon expansion, you're basically charging the whole system. You're charging the seed that is the spine, that is the brain. You're charging the body with that life force energy. When you inhale, expand the firmament, get to the point of return or no return, whatever. When you're at full expansion, and all you can do from that point is to receive. If you're listening to the music, anything that's really light filled, anything that's at a high frequency. If you're in the middle of a jungle, if you're in the ocean, something with high frequencies. High frequency sounds are subtle sounds that's coming from the still natural sounds. So when you're inhaling like that and your body's getting filled with that on all echelons of light, then your firmament continues to expand, your electromagnetic firmament continues to expand, and then you just continue to remember yourself and trap light more and more with each breath, because you're exhaling, and making, realizing all the voids. Then you inhale and expand more, and then everything within that field, that electromagnetic field, you're picking up all the energy magnetically, because the blood is iron, it's magnetic, it is the light. When you expand like that, when you're upon the inhale, you're expanding internally, and then you're picking up all the energy, any of the energy that's within that wave, within your visible wave though. So you're charging the mind's eye, which is the little eye, and at different points in time, or what you call time, that is when you can align with the first eye. And when that happens, you're blessed with a mass amount of seed energy and insight, a lot of light, a lot of vision. So that's when the cup is clean, when you can see that eye. Because the center of the circle is the most radiant light. That's why people try to make the pilgrimage to the North Pole, because it's the most radiant light is at the center of the circle. And then people will come. It's just the expansion and contraction of the lungs in general, but it's because the internal-external game, or avatar, basically. So humanity has crept out of Eden, out of the North Pole before, and expanded, got all the way to Africa. And because you experience in separation, the more you expand, you get to this point of total separation, and then civilization falls, all the trees fall, it's like a domino effect. All the lights fall, they fragment, then you got the knowledge continues to fragment as the war within continues. Then you have civilizations rising and falling, and more knowledge being fragmented into the ether. So, the seed, there's no loss, though. Again, it's the point of return. So you always reach a threshold where you have to return to the source. Everything gets recycled and then spat back out for more experience, for more fresh experience, for more expansion and contraction, for a greater sense of oneness, for expansion of the center of the circle, for greater vision, for the first eye into infinity. You're working in tandem with the first eye. So there's no separation. So as you breathe like that, you'll see that there's other breathers, there's other people that are consciously breathing within your field. And as you expand and contract through the breathing, you're going to remember yourself more. You're drawing all the energy from that area. So anybody else that's breathing, that's online, that's really online, because this is not online, the real online, the real Ethernet. When you're breathing, because you're getting the breath, you can charge it, you spit it back out. It goes through the whole world, comes back around. So you just keep doing that. You charge it with the knowledge of self every time it comes through you. So the more you do that consciously, you veg and veg and veg and realize self more and more, and you get rid of, you unlearn. So all magic and all people call it wizardry or extreme insight, extreme knowledge. That's all realization. It's not anything. Again, it's alignment. Creation is alignment. So it's just removal of garbage and removal of all the old mucoid plaque. And as you remove that and fast and liquid diet it out and green juice it out for months, like where I'm at now, when you do that, when you get to that point, then you can receive the subtle light and you can see the body from the inside out. And then you can realize how you're basically the invisible man, the original projector, or a copy thereof, just still, a copy of perfection is still perfect. It's just that you have to realize the perfection. You have to do the alchemy it's more realization thing. It's your internal wizardry, your internal imagination, and realizing your next step by seeing it through, by seeing it, absorbing the light. You breathe in, you're taking the next step internally first through your mind's eye, and then your body follows. So the body's being dragged by the first eye. So you got the first eye dragging, your mind's eye, which drags your body. That's why it's the third dimension. So, and then if you identify with the body, and then you identify with death, then you just continually get lost in that primordial soup or whatever you want to call it. You're just getting lost in the subconscious because you're looking from a broken template. Then you just identify with lack and more lack, and again, then we just have this broken game where everybody forgot that they are not separate. But that's the beauty of separation. People, that's the game. It's just like, how long I got total control, I'm in total oneness. So, all right, how can I forget this? How can I make myself forget this long enough to enjoy the game and to enjoy separation? And people get lost in it, or what people call people. Angles of light get lost in themselves, in the mirrors of their own, of the true initial light in infinity. So you're just lost in something that never really existed. And you can collapse all your memories and lifetimes and realize that this is all projections, and that women are basically just organic 3D printers, and we're just projecting through women as the seed. Women organically 3D project, and then they split their consciousness through the seed like that, and it just continue. We just been broken. It's just broken pieces of God, of the one. So if you activate all the melanin or all the light within people, within your family, within your tree, then you can realize the perfection that you come from and return to it. And it's all available to you in the ether, and there's no lack or separation in it. You just have to remove those voids within by filling them in a more gentle way, detoxing the body, gradual detox from vegan to raw vegan to liquids to just green juices to more breath, just mainly clean music, clean sounds, natural. If you're in natural harmonious areas, then you just pick up more and more vision, because harmonious things remind you of the natural harmony in which you come from. The natural creation template is perfect. It never changed. It has never changed. There's a perfect creation template that has never changed, that we all feed off of, and has that seed energy. So that's what all of creation is a reflection of and living off of. So again, that's how I know, just intuitively, that just from the yin and the yang, the expression in the 3D, that there is a polar opposite to me. There is an immortal opposite to me, and the same thing for everybody else. So that's just the reality of the 3D illusion of separation. So again, you can contact me on, all the info is in the description, 2020 Tantra on Amazon. That's your breadcrumb trail. That's really about it. You'll realize how congruent your whole reality is with the way you breathe. The more you breathe. The more that you make space for it, the more it makes space for itself. And then the old data is out, you get rid of food, and then you're more into data or realizing the light, so that you can unlock the truth inside you, or whatever you want to call it, the true value in life, because it's so much more inside than they're telling us. We have so much more power than people are led to believe.